All right, guys, got a video real quick. I'll tell you this up front already. I've done a lot of testing on this, and I previously recorded another video, but it was so full of me being a scrub and not knowing how to do combos correctly and having to do a bunch of stuff over and over and over, and plus the sound of the game kind of overrode the sound of my voice. So, anyway. Um, Biggs, who's another UMK3 player, pretty good one, and he's a reptile expert, showed me something, and it's interesting. I've never seen this before, and it's a bug that definitely needs to be worked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna link the video that Biggs made, and I'm also gonna go through it here. So we're gonna focus first on reptile um, when he does not have frame advantage. So this game, the way it works out, if two players input at the same time, it's preset before each round which player will have frame advantage. So if you do not have frame advantage, your attacks will happen one frame behind the other player. So if you see, I have low punch mapped to the same button on my control pad. So every time Scorpion is going to hit Reptile, and I can also demonstrate this. I'll do an attack and pause the game. So I'm gonna high punch with Scorpion. So we're gonna go frame by frame. Okay, so you see he's extended. 1, 2 in button frames, 3 frames, he's hit. Now we're going to do the same thing with Reptile. We got contact, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see Reptile is hitting 1 frame behind Scorpion. All right, so anyway, so here's the combo that was in question. If I can do it. You see how Scorpion lands in front of Reptile. And if I was really good, I would be able to volley that almost infinitely. Actually, maybe even infinitely. There we go. So you see how I was able to do that. The other thing I want to show you is dash, he can attack. Dash, attack. Now let's do it from the other side of the screen. Dash, he can hit. Dash, he can hit. Now, let's go upstairs. They were in a hurry, otherwise they would have gone out the subway entrance right there. So anyway, so let's watch this. Dash in. I didn't notice this until I was testing. I think this is one of the important parts. Dash in, cannot hit. Try it from over here. Dash in, cannot hit. Now let's try his combo. And Biggs does this much better than I do, so you can go watch his video. See where Scorpion landed? Scorpion landed behind Reptile. Landed behind Reptile. That combo won't carry out because Scorpion lands behind a Reptile. See, he can't hit him. Now there's one more element to this that I want to show you. You do an attack as Reptile. Now watch the screen. See how the screen is continually scrolling even though Reptile and Scorpion are across the screen from each other. Okay, and we've reached the corner of the screen. Now, if we go back here, just because Reptile is walking backwards doesn't mean the screen should be going backwards. And yet, we run it and do an attack, and this happens. Now, I've tested this also. I tested this human smoke, and it does the same thing. It does not happen when Reptile is on frame advantage, and I will show that to you now. I created a save state, and here we'll see that player 1 Reptile is now on frame advantage. You see the combo. You see he's landing in the same spot. And I'm not going to bore you with trying to get the combo right. My combo swag lies with Human Smoke and Ermac. So anyway, so player 1 Reptile is on frame advantage. Now I want to show you again. Go up there, full screen, smack him around. Full screen, smack him around. Full screen, smack him around. Now let's do player 2 Reptile, just to show you. Actually, I have to map his low punch back correctly here. We're going to keep it mapped on both controllers, actually. Okay, so this just to verify. Player 2 Reptile does not have frame advantage. So you see he's still landing where he should. This controller sucks, not me. Yeah, that's what I'll say. That's the excuse I'll use. But you see, yeah, okay. Anyway, so let's go upstairs. A few things I want to show you. Now, player 1 Reptile has frame advantage. You see where Reptile, the opponent lands where he's supposed to. We do this, and we don't get any kind of abnormal screen scrolling. And player 1 Reptile can still hit his opponent. Okay, let's look at player 2 Reptile under these same conditions. So his dash still comes up a little short. But you'll see that when we do this, there is no abnormal scrolling. And it just made a liar out of me. I'm genuinely curious now. I just went over his head. Alright, let's try something else. Let's go back here. And we'll see Scorpion has frame advantage. Let's uppercut Reptile through. So this is interesting. You see where he's landing in front, or he's landing in the correct location every time. All right, so looks like my original hypothesis was wrong too, in that it only affected if player 1 is Reptile without frame advantage. Now, it does... Okay, so it looks like if Reptile does not have frame advantage, and Reptile is the attacker, that this glitch occurs. So in order for this to happen, Reptile has to be the attacker to send the opponent to the next stage, and Reptile has to be on glitch cancel. This is very interesting. Yeah. So that is very interesting. So if Reptile is on glitch cancel and Reptile is the attacker to do the uppercut to send the player to the next stage, then this wonky stuff happens. So it's dependent now on two things. Okay, so let's sum this up. In order for this to happen, Reptile must be the attacker to uppercut the opponent to the next stage. And Reptile must also not have frame advantage. So it looks like when those two items are met, that somehow the game is glitching out by thinking that the opponent is close enough or meets the conditions to scroll the screen, which causes a difference in his velocity and how he is carried across the screen when he's in the air and being attacked by Reptile. So hopefully this video made as little sense to you as it did to me, and I'm going to continue to investigate this. This has gone on long enough. I've stammered and stumbled around. So I hope that you got something out of this video. I got that I have a lot more work to do. So thanks, guys.